Adventures in Time and Space. Transcribed in future tense. On stage tonight, Dimension X.
Maybe you've been over the route of the march. The Cross Mars Highway runs that way now. From the Calmac Canal on the equator, north to the highlands, with a water station every 20 miles and a radar pickup and towing service running 24 hours a day. But there wasn't any highway 30 years ago in 97. There was desert. Hot, burning desert. Sands shifting and blowing, piling up around the empty shells of the ruined cities, ancient when man on earth was living in caves. I lived at the edge of the Calmac Canal then with my father. He was a prospector, searching the surrounding desert with sonar probe and Geiger counter, scratching just enough ore from under the Martian sands to pay for our grub stake the next year. I remember he was in the Adamson digger in the North Quadrant when I came running out that day.
Dad! There's somebody coming, Dad, across the desert.
You sure?
I saw them. They're a couple of miles out.
How many cars?
They're on foot.
On foot across the desert?
Honest, Dad, I saw them.
You sure it wasn't a light reflection off the canal?
No, it was dark against the sand.
I don't like that. You run back and get the rifles out. I've got to pull the digger into the shed.
Is there going to be fighting, Dad?
I don't know. Got a whole year's ore piled out back in the bins. Ain't gonna lose it to no claim jumpers. You get back to the shack and break out those rifles. See that they're loaded, you hear? And jump.
Dad had 3 surplus Army rifles and a couple of homemade grenades made out of ore cans stuffed with Adamson A explosives. We crouched inside the shack waiting. The shadow of the water tower in the doorway grew longer as the quick Martian dusk settled down over the desert.
There they come, Al. There's 2 of them.
There's something funny about that second one. Look, he's all spindly, and his head's funny.
Yeah, his head's funny, all right. Now, that's a Martian.
I never saw one off the reservation before.
There hasn't been one, not in 10 years. I don't like this.
Here they come, into the door
Now, you remember what I told you. Line up the sights and just squeeze the trigger. Hello! Hello there!
Now, Dad?
Hello! Wait a minute. What do you want? Water!
What are you going to do, Dad?
Where do you come from? Wholeswell. You're lying. That's 100 miles across the desert. I know. That's where I came from. My tank is empty. I need water. Well, drop your gear and come up here slow. Tell that Martian to stay where he is. All right, now. Who are you? My name is John. John, huh? What are you doing with that spider? His name is Kantalka. I don't care what his name is. What's a human doing with a Martian? I found him in the dry bed of Calmac Canal, nearly dead of thirst. Probably ran off from the reservation. When our brothers are caged, they seek freedom. Brothers? Those spiders? All living creatures are our brothers, on Mars as on Earth. Oh, wait a minute. Bert Alstrom at False Wells told me there was a screwball hedge preacher over there hollering about letting the spiders loose off the reservations. Let no man call his life his own. No man or tribe nor nation. I guess that's you, all right. Yeah, Bert told me they called you Crazy John. Oh, well, I don't suppose there's any harm in you. Go on, fill up your tank at the air still. You can even have supper with us. We would be happy to. We? What do you mean, we?
Cantal Carr and myself.
That spider? Oh, no. I ain't having a Martian sitting down to eat with me. Now, you come on, no.
Thank you, sir, no. Where my brother is not welcome, I cannot go. The old man filled his tank at the air still tower, and the Martian went through the ash pile for half-burned fuel break. When we went in the house for supper, I could see them silhouetted against the fire. The old man with his wild hair and beard, and the thin, spidery arms and legs of the Martian.
Dad,
What now?
were the Martians always on the reservation?
Since the Outpost 3 massacre, they have been.
What was that?
Back before you were born, they lived wild in the mountains up north.
Were they fierce?
First enough. There's only one place for them spiders. Behind wire.
Yeah, it sure is.
Out in the dooryard, the campfire flickered at the base of the water tower. The first of the Martian moons had set. The other wouldn't rise for several hours. I could hear the sandpeepers out in the desert as I stood there. The old man and the Martian were sitting on the ground, huddled close to the fire. It gets cold fast on the desert when the sun goes down.
Did you, boy? You can come up to the fire if you'd like.
My dad wouldn't like it,
All right.
but I'm not afraid of no spider.
No, there's nothing to be afraid of.
How come his arms are all skinny?
Ask him.
Does he talk?
Yes, his name is Cantal Carr.
It is, huh? Hello.
Hello, boy.
He talks funny.
It is not my language.
Why isn't he on the reservation? You can get in trouble helping spiders to escape.
He is my brother. He was caged. When my brothers were in bondage, I came to them and said, "Lo, the time has come for deliverance."
You talk funny, too. Is it true that you want to let all the spiders off the reservation?
No man has the right to imprison the innocent.
Do they really call you crazy, John?
I have been called many things.
You really think we ought to let all those old spiders off the reservation?
Boy, we die here in the desert. We die in the sun and of the sicknesses you have brought from Earth.
That's because Martians are just weak. I bet I could knock you down myself.
You could. We are a different people. We have not the strength of muscle of Earthmen. But we will not stay here to die.
You won't get off the reservation. The patrol takes care of that, all right. They won't let any stinking old spiders out.
Even in the minds of children is planted the poison of evil. How long? How long? That night through the window, I could see the flicker of the old man's campfire. He was walking up and down now, shouting, singing hymns, verse after verse, his white beard catching the light as he passed behind the fire. The Martian sat slumped over, his thin, spindly arms folded across the huge barrel chest that had developed over the centuries as the air of Mars thinned and escaped into space. In the morning, I looked out, and they were gone. Looking back now, we wonder how they did it. The high-voltage wire around the reservation carried a fatal charge. The patrolmen in the tower had 50-caliber machine guns. The desert around the camp was mined heavily. And yet, at dawn, August 7th, 1997, they broke out. I was down at the dried-up canal bed hunting sandpeepers when my father came running after me.
Al! Al!
Here I am.
Come on, back to the house.
What's the matter, Dad?
Now, shut up and run.
What is it?
Spiders busted loose. Bert Alstrom radioed in.
They coming here?
They're headed this way. Murdering devils.
Did they kill anybody?
6 patrolmen when they busted through the wire. I get inside.
What are you going to do, Dad?
Wire a keg of Adamson A across the gate. You get in there and get the guns out.
I got the rifles and shoved a full clip in each one. Then I slipped a primer fuse in the homemade grenades and lugged them out on the porch. Dad was running lead wires back to the detonator from a half keg of Adamson A he'd set across the gate.
That's set. Give me one of those rifles.
Will they be here soon?
You can see the dust over the rise.
There they are, Dad. There they come.
Now, wait a minute. Hold up. I want to get a good shot. Let them get closer.
Dad, that's Crazy John up in front. There. He's taller than the spiders. You can see his beard.
Yeah, you're right. The renegade rat. Probably helped him break out of the reservation. Now, listen, Al. If anything happens to me, you light out back to the shed. You can hide out in the empty ore bins till they go away. You got that?
All right, Dad. The spider's shouting something, Dad.
That's probably a trick. Get down, little lad. You're in the way. Yeah, I got him clear now. Right in the head. No, up a little now. I got him.
Dad, look out. They've got guns.
Down, get down.
Dad.
Get out, Al. Get out to the shed.
But, Dad, you're hit.
Go on. Those spiders are going to rush. Get going.
I can't leave you.
Shut up. Get out of here. You hear? Get out there.
I ran back through the house to the shed, and behind me I could hear the Martians sweeping up to the dooryard. Then suddenly, the ground shook, and I could feel the dull concussion waves hit my ears as the Adamson A exploded. I could hear the high whispered screams of the Martians and the rattle of fragments on the metal roof of the shed. I dived into the empty ore bin and slammed the hatch almost shut. I crouched there watching the thin edge of light that filtered through, listening to the brittle tramping of Martian feet on the board floor of our house. The shooting had stopped, and the shouts had died away. I sat there waiting. And then suddenly a shadow fell across the edge of light, and the hatch slid open on top of me.
You leave me alone. I'll kill you.
Boy, I've been looking for you.
Where's my dad? What did you do to my dad?
He's dead.
You killed him. You and those spiders. You killed my father.
Come out of there, boy.
You let go of me, you murderer.
Come on out.
I'll kill you. I'll kill all those stinking murdering spiders.
They are our brothers, boy. Your father shot without warning, and the fire was returned against my orders. You did not have to shoot. Our brothers came in peace. They're going home to their mountains. We came to get water for the journey.
You mean you just wanted water? You... Dad.
John, we'll be following us soon.
We must go.
And the boy?
We'll have to leave him here with water and supplies.
No, the Earth Patrol would question him. We need the time. He goes with us.
He can't. It's straight across the desert to the mountains. He'll die.
John, since the Earthmen came to Mars, the Highlanders have died like the grass in the hot sun. We are going home. One life cannot stop us.
They tore the Adamson air still from the tower and mounted it on poles. They piled our supplies in the yard and loaded them on their backs. And then they started. I marched with the old man at the head, and the column stretched out behind us on the desert. Women, children, the sick and the dying, some showing the signs of the diseases that were trivial to the Earthmen, but deadly to the Martians. chickenpox, German measles, and the bronchial infections that raced through the vast areas of Martian lungs, eating away the tissue till death came in a last spasm of coughing. I turned to look back at our house, but the sun was behind it, blinding red. And the old man pulled me around as he marched, his eyes fixed on the horizon where far to the north rose the cool mountains that were the ancient home of the Highlanders. 14 of the Martians died the first day. They dropped to the side of the column when they could go no further and died. The march went on. The sun burned down in the day. The air shimmered with the heat. And at night, under the cold racing light of the twin moons, the winds cut at tattered clothing and scattered the feeble fires that dotted the campsites. On the 5th day, we swung wide to avoid a mining settlement, but not wide enough. They were in ambush behind a pile of rocks.
Down, boy.
Why aren't the spiders fighting back?
Go on back, all of you. We're giving you your last chance to get back to the reservation. Or we'll shoot the whole lot of you.
Let us go in peace.
Who's that? You. What are you doing with them spiders?
That's Crazy John. A voice cries out to the universe. Your brothers must have justice.
We'll give them justice.
I shall lead them home. Home to the promised rest. Home to the mountains. March forward! March forward!
Past the rocks they marched, and the Earthmen fired as fast as they could reload. A Martian would spin and drop as the heavy caliber bullets shook his bones to brittle fragments. But the march went on. We wound across the desert in wild zigzags, following the paths the old man had traveled through the years. Only once a patrol plane hovered on the horizon and then shot away. The days went on, the weeks, and the Martians died. They died of exhaustion. They died of the disease we had given them. And they died of thirst. The Adamson still could produce 27 units of water an hour, no more. And on that, they died of thirst.
Here, boy. Here's your water.
That's more than the others got.
Take.
You're giving me your water.
It will be provided to me. He that brings justice to his brothers will drink deep of the water of righteousness. He that leads his brothers to their promised rest will savor the cool draughts of the mercy of heaven. Here. Drink your water, boy.
Across the desert, from the Calmac Canal to Fever Dip, past the towering mesas of the Higgins Badlands, across the dry sea bottoms, they marched. On the 54th day of the march, we halted at evening. The air was thinner and colder now. The rations had long since been exhausted. And around the campfires, they cooked the hard, bitter kernels of the dogbush nut that grew on spiny stalks like earth cactus. I lay down to sleep wrapped in the old man's coat. Early in the morning, before sunrise, I woke suddenly. The ground mist that had covered the desert the night before was lifting slowly, and I saw the old man standing by the burned-out fire, the vapor swirling around his legs, and the cold light of the false dawn edging his wild beard.
Go back to sleep, boy.
I can't.
The end is near. I've led them through the wilderness, dry-shod across the seas. And before us lie the mountains.
It's over. We're there.
I have led them home. And I must go back to the desert.
You mean alone?
No, even now, I hear a voice in the wind. Carry the message to the men of Earth. Bring to this new world the message of the old. All beings created in the universe are my brothers. And he that harms my brother harms me. Goodbye, boy. You'll be safe now. The Martians found him 500 yards from the camp, dead. He had given me his water. He had divided his ration among the sick. And yet his gaunt, tall body had lasted till the march was done, till the mountains were in sight. For now the mist rose, and before us towered the highlands, the tall green mountains, and the cool sky. The march was over. Of the 7,000 Martians who started, 900 were alive. They gathered now on the rise of ground and faced the hills. Their thin bodies wavered as they stood, and some dropped to the ground as they stood there. But there was a light of hope in their large, staring eyes. Most of them had died, but they had died on the way home. And now the march was over. Then the patrol planes were spotted on the horizon. And within 10 minutes, they had landed. The Martians stood silently as the squads piled out and set up the 50 caliber machine guns and petroleum gel flamethrower. All right, you spiders, hands up and stay together. Gather in a bunch and don't try anything. Sergeant. Yes, sir. Shoot the first spider that moves and shoot to kill.
All right, come on.
Where's the boy? There was a boy reported.
Here I am.
You all right, kid? They didn't hurt you?
No, I'm all right. John gave me his water ration.
Oh, the leader, eh? I've got a warrant for him. Where is he?
There. He's dead.
Oh. Well, just as well. I'd hate to be him in front of a settler's jury.
What are you going to do to them?
Oh, the spiders? You see those transport planes coming in? We're going to ship them all back to the reservation where they belong.
You mean take them all back?
Lock, stock, and barrel. They'll be back behind wire before tonight. Hi, Sergeant. Get them broken up in groups of 50. The first transports are coming in.
You can't. You can't do that.
What are you talking about, kid?
Oh, you can't take them back. They're home. John said they were home.
You take it easy, kid. You're all right. Now we rescued you. You don't have to worry about these spiders anymore.
You can't take them back. It isn't fair. I won't let you. I won't let you. I won't let you.
Hey, let go of me. Hey, Sergeant. Yes, sir. Peel this crazy kid off me.
They're home. Can't you understand? You can't take them back.
All right, now, kid. Easy. Must be short, Ken. All right, you spiders. Step it up. Move along. These transport planes. Roll over now. You're headed right back to the reservation.
They separated them in groups of 50 and loaded them in the planes. 900 out of 7,000. And soon the first big-bellied ships waddled out on the hard sands and lifted slowly into the air, headed back to the south, flying over the trail of dead and dying who started on the march to the highlands, the march to home.
Come on now, kid. You'll feel better as soon as you get back to civilization. And don't worry about those spiders. They're taken care of now.
Before the plane took off, I looked once more at the green mountains, towering through the mist. And then, just before the motor raced, I saw John. Crazy John. Propped up against a dognut bush where the Martians had placed him. The wind from the south gave the wild hair and beard a rippling life. He faced the hills, the home, and the rest he had promised his brothers as he led them through the wilderness of Mars.
Be with us at this same time next week for another adventure into the unknown world of Dimension.
Check, check, testing. Anybody there? Anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? No? Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it, huh? Not much. That's what, I'm just sitting in the darkness. Sitting in the darkness, waiting for the show to start. Waiting for the show to start. Well, let's get this rolling, yeah. Let's get it rolling. Anybody ready to get this shit going? I sure the hell am. Ah, that sounds familiar. Testing 1, 2, 3. Fuck it. Oh my god, no way, dude, totally. Oh my god. Really. Really. Bo Billy. Here I am. I'm here. I'm weird. Get fucking used to it. Oh, that's so hot and sweet. Sweet and hot. Ah, I'm here, babies. Don't worry about it. I gotta hang up my headphones there on the little hook. A place for everything and everything in its place. Here you go. Of course, it's not always the case to have it in its place. When it's in your face. Oh, jeez. This ain't no rhyming race. Alright. Yeah, the Martian Death March. Striking similarities to the Trail of Tears. Totally. I'm gonna have to check to see if there's a dog situation here. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, I'm back. But I got a dog drinking water. And hi, Sam. Hi. And a dog saying good morning. Good morning, Sam. How are you? How are you, my little boy? Huh? You're a good boy. I know. Muchacho. Muchacho. Oh yeah, go to bed. There you go. Want to go outside? You need to go outside now? Okay, I think we got an outside situation here. Be right back. Oh my gosh. Oh, such drama, doggy drama. He's whining. He's a whining. He's a whining. He's a whining. He's a whining. He wants to go out too, but he can't. Come right down. Come right down. She needs to have alone time. Give her some alone time, man. Man. She'll let me know when she wants to come back in. She's gonna hook me up, yeah? Sam, mira. Mira, ven. Sam, mira. Ven. Psst, Samuel. Mira, ven. Mira. Sam. Pardon me. My dog is ignoring me. Psst. Come here. Psst. Oh, jeez, Louise. Samuel, mira. He's freaking out. He's a Huygen. He's a Mr. Huygens. A Mr. Huygens. 'Cause he's a Huygen. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Poor little Sam. Oh. Oh, poor little guy. Poor little fella. Hey, monkey. Monkey. Don't cry them monkey tears. Now, come here. I'm going to bring her in a second. Jeez. My goodness. Oh my God. Like, no frickin' way. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, he's a Huygen. Little Huygen. Hi. Hi, Sam. Hi, mira. Mira, ven. Mira, ven. Mira, ven. Mira, ven. Here, have one of those. You don't want one, huh? Are you too upset? Are you too upset, Sam? I gotta bring her in anyway, it's cold. What do you, she's cold. She got way more hair than you. Oh yeah, so she could take it. In fact, if we shaved her, took all of her hair and packed it into a ball, it would be your size and your weight. So, don't talk to me about being cold. All right, let me go let her back in. I know. I'm here. Good morning. The dogs have run me ragged already this morning. I'm in no physical condition to keep getting up and fucking down. I'm so sick of this shit. And it's not like doggy doors would even fucking help at this point. Ugh. They're just making me fucking crazy. I don't want to get up anymore. Good morning, Joey. How are you? Man. And my daughter informs me she wants to go to some event on Saturday or Monday or something. Saturday she wants to go play tennis with one of the guys from Fall Out Boy. So here you go. I'm like, okay. I'll tell you what, if it's free, sign up for it. And we'll see what the hell happens. I guess I'm going. I don't really have any choice in the matter. It should be fun. Yay! But now I've got like 3 days to psych myself up for this. You still down in Florida? Good. I'm better than good. I'm alive. As painful as that is, as painful as all that implies, I'm alive. For good or for worse, I'm alive. Yeah. So, still down in Florida then. That means that you're sitting there and everybody's asleep. And it's just you and me hanging out, right? Sleepyheads. Totally. Well, there you go. Oh, they might be awake, huh? Yeah, just yell out, "Hey, who the fuck is awake?" That's what I used to do. Whoever's awake, put on some fucking coffee. I've decided I'm not going to get up for dogs anymore this morning. Nope. No. Fuck them. Fuck them. They've been up, they've been out, they've peed, they've gotten back into bed. If they want anything else out of me, they're going to have to wait. Unless it's this little Tootsie Roll there. She hasn't done anything this morning, so if I hear from her, I will accommodate her. But everybody else, they need to just go back to fucking bed. Go to bed, you hear that? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Jake the Snake's awake. Right on. Cool. Man. Boy. I'm just sick of it, man. I didn't get a nap yesterday, so I was just wiped out by like 6 o'clock. So I kept screwing around doing stuff to keep busy, watching shows and fucking around. I finished uploading another week yesterday, and then just pretty much pulled back. Took a little bit of a break. I'm going to work on start another day's worth of uploads today and finish it off tomorrow, and then it's every 2 days I get a week's worth of uploads going on. At some point I'll do the checks and be able to upload more stuff. It's nice that I'll be ahead in case she wants to do that thing during the week. It's nice that I'll be ahead so that when we do the thing over the weekend, I won't really have anything to worry about. Usually I'm like, every weekend I'm trying to get that next week together, and now I'm like 4 or 5 weeks out. I'll be like 6 weeks out by the time that we leave on Saturday, so that's cool. That's very cool. But yeah, she wants to go to some event in L.A., Encino, I'm sorry. She wants to go to Encino to some event where one of the Fall Out Boy guys are going to be DJing and doing some tennis. And, yeah. So we're gonna check that out, see how that goes. I'm like, I wish I'd have gotten that cool stool cane, you know. I'm going to really use that. I think we're going to have to get it before the Big Sandy show. Oh. My daughter is officially on winter break. She finished her last test last night. 96 out of 100. That's about her average on a test. If she studies or not, she's usually 2 to 4 points off from a perfect score. It's average. So she says, guess how much I got? And so we're all, well, guess. And she says, no, I got a 96. And I said, what, out of a 200? She's a fucking genius, I swear. She knows more stuff about school than I ever learned. Wow. Phenomenal. Oh yeah, you'll just be here in like 15 minutes. Yeah, tell her I'll pick her up at, right? So the one happening on Monday or Tuesday or something, I can't remember these things. But it's like I don't know what it is. It's a hangout party thing with a bunch of people, and one of the guys is going to DJ, but it starts at like 7 at night, and I'm like, oh, I'll be dead before we can make it home. So lately I've just been too wiped out, right? So I'm like, what's the other one? Is the other one during the day? Let's go to that one. I mean, I'd love to totally accommodate her every single time, but I just can't anymore. I'm just too burned out, you know? I'm just too wiped out all the time. So yeah, no, I wish you just lived right over in Arizona, like you said you were gonna, you know, and it'd be like, so you come over, stay for a couple of days? Yeah, I'll be done in a few hours. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I guess I'm going. All of her friends are busy, or they're not really. Most of her friends aren't into Fall Out Boy, so isn't that usually the case? You know, like if I had wanted to go see like Neil Diamond or Tom Jones or the Bee Gees or something back in the 80s, I'd have had to go alone or take some weird girl, but nobody would have wanted to go with me for something like that. Yeah. Oh, do you got to check your tracking number on your package? I haven't checked it, so I don't know if it's to you yet. But it's going media mail, ground. So I don't know how long that kind of shipping takes. It's just coming regular mail. But check the tracking number in case they do leave a little pink slip for you to go get it at the post office. You know, because that's the way they do it sometimes. Dude. Yeah, totally. I'm like, dude, why don't you come over, man? Why don't you cruise over? What I need is to hire some young kid who's really into vintage stuff, some retro kid, right? Retro kid, there you go. To come sit over here and help me catalog all of my shit, and then pay the kid with vintage crap, right? Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Well, I'm imagining that I might actually see my drums. It's not a package you need to sign, no. They asked me, and I said, nah, it's just coming media mail, the way that you get records and magazines and books and shit. So, yeah, they should just either drop it off at your door, like you said, or leave a pink slip for you to come pick it up. Out here, if they deliver packages and the mailbox is too small, they won't leave it on the porch. They'll just leave a little note, come pick it up. Usually they won't even take it out on the truck because they don't want to have all that crap with them. So they just take the mail and they'll see a package, they'll put write a thing and stick that in the mail and then deliver that. Totally. Yeah, that'd be totally cool, man. That'd be totally cool. I think my morning should consist of getting high. Oh, I gotta go to work today. Oh, I gotta go clean a house. That's all right. It's all right, baby. It's all right. It's all right. I think this house is actually only going to be rented out once or twice more before it becomes a monthly rental. And then in fact, this is the house up the hill across the highway that you stayed at, Joey. Not the one up by the park and not the one right close to us, but the other one. That one has gone up for monthly now, and I actually showed the house to the lady who is renting it, and she is way cool. She actually knows Bush. She's been to the open mic nights out here. She goes to the Joshua Tree Saloon down here all the time for open mic. And they're actually not from here. They're from Michigan, I believe, if I remember their plates correctly, or what she had told me. I think it's Michigan. They're from back there, eh? Yeah, I always expect a package, and they say it's going to show up by, like between here, and then it shows up like 8 hours later, and you're like all day going, fuck, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, it's when you're sleeping. You're the sleeping one. Yeah, that's what they do, man. That's what they do. At least we don't have to wait for most of us don't have to wait for the cable man anymore, right? That was always a drag. But even out here, we've had to wait for the cable man before, and they said we're going to be here between here and here, and they show up way late. But we've had guys show up super early too, where they call and say, "Hey, look, I'm done and I'm in the area. You want me to come by now?" We're like, "Yeah, dude, come hook me up. I need Wi-Fi. I need my Wi-Fi. I need my wifey." Huh? Yeah. So if you missed the Dimension XXXXXX episode that was on this morning, it was the Martian Death March, and it had striking similarities to the Native American Trail of Tears, and a lot of the death marches that have happened in humanity. Humans against humans, and then we took it to Mars and did it to the Martians, and put them on reservations and treated them just as horrible as we treated the marginalized humans on planet Earth. But it's a great story. It's one of those stories that you can really sink your imagination into. It's a simple story, which allows you to really paint those pictures. Yeah, it's very, 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 very cool. I gotta save the little stems here in a little pile for my dog, because he likes to chew on the stems. Yeah. Keeps him mellow, because he's fucking psychotic. Oh, psychotic. So last night, my wife and I finished watching Psycho together. Great fucking movie. She had never seen it before, so we got to the end, and she's like still trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And at the end, where the lady comes into the fruit cellar, and she sees Norman's mother sitting in the corner, and she walks up and taps her on the shoulder, and her chair spins around, and she's all emaciated, mummied, with no eyes, and she's been dead for like decades, right? Or no, she's been dead 10 years. And so she's freaking out, horrified over this almost skeleton with skin stretched across it. And through the doorway comes Norman, dressed as his mother, with a knife. And my wife is like, "Oh my gosh, it was him all along? Oh my gosh." Yeah, it was pretty weird. But we wanted to finish that because 20 years after that, they made the sequel, Psycho 2. And it was released in '85, I believe. And it was a creeper. That's one of those movies that was like almost instantly out on HBO. And yeah, I just remember seeing those movies back to back in the 1980s for the first time, because I'd never seen Psycho. And I had, so watching Psycho and then watching the sequel back in the 80s was pretty crazy. But I really haven't seen it since. I haven't seen the sequel since. And I've seen bits and pieces of, the original on television, like the Alfred Hitchcock marathon things back in the 90s or something. But I'll be damned if I ain't seen hide nor hair of Psycho in 20, 30 years. I mean, really, it's been like forever. So I just finally watched the entire movie myself last week or so ago, and trying to get my wife to watch it, because it's going to be, they're booting it off YouTube, I think. They're doing their rotation, so it's going to leave not YouTube, it's going to leave Netflix soon. And I wanted to get with her and watch it so that we could finish watching it together, and then maybe tonight we'll watch Psycho 2. the sequel, where he gets out of the mental institution and goes back to Bates Motel and takes up his old habits. So that'll be fun. Yeah, man, it's like crazy stuff. It's crazy. Crazy man, he's a crazy man. Yeah. Now that gets me excited. It gets me real excited. Watching an old movie that I haven't seen in forever. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where's my thing here? Crazy man. He's a crazy man. Oh, he's crazy man. Oh, pardon my bump there. That's just craziness. Crazy man. He's a crazy man. Crazy man. He's a crazy man. Oh, he's such a crazy man. Crazy man, crazy man. Oh, he's such a crazy man. Oh, crazy man. He's a crazy man. He's a crazy man. Ah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get a little bit of that funneling of the hot air. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. I was just thinking about being young and dirt poor. Way back in the 70s, 80s. Yeah. Not that much has changed, right? But after having had money and gone through money and had the good job and all that, jobs and the credit cards and the car payments and all of that, you know what, that's just not me. That's just not me. That's what society has tried to create out of what should have been my own life, right? And I, thankfully, with a little time left, figured out that that was never going to be me. That's what a certain sect of society wants, is for you to be a law-abiding consumer, and they want you to be that purchaser of all goods, right? And I just ain't buying it anymore. I just ain't gonna buy it anymore. No, it's not for me. It's for others. Others really get into that shit, working their asses fucking off just so they can pay on those things that society says you gotta have this and you gotta have that, and you got these capitalist greedy motherfuckers who are trying to figure out how to shoehorn more crap into your budget, and it's like, wait a second. Imagine the good you can do with your budget if you're allowed to use it the right way, for good, for yourself, right? Imagine that. Just imagine. Wow. I mean, had I taken all of the money that I had earned during, 20 years of my life, and rather than used that to become something that wasn't me, via spending a whole shitload of money, spending all of that money to be that employee, right? If I just saved all of that money, I could be where I want to be now, right? But instead, you spend it on all of that crap that you're programmed to want. Yep. Because when it came down to it, all it did was change me into somebody who I wasn't really comfortable with anymore, right? That sucks. you look in the mirror and it's like, who the fuck is that? Holy hell. Lily, man, Lily, I told you, it's crazy, Lily, man, I'm telling you. Yeah. Congestion. I'm pretty good most of the day. As soon as I go to bed and lay down, I wake up to take a leak in the middle of the night, and I give a couple of good coughs, man, and it's like, pulling a cork. I cough up the cork, and then I can breathe again, right? But my wife asked me last night, are you still sick? And I'm like, nah, not really. Not really. I mean, every once in a while I get a little bit of a runny nose, but that's like right after I eat. I get that anyway because of post-nasal drip kind of thing from the 80s, doing too much cocaine and speed and stuff. But it's all right, man. It's cool. It's totally cool. And then a little bit of congestion here when I'm laying down or laying back or smoke. Then maybe I cough up a little more than I usually do. But other than that, and the sound of my voice, I'm pretty good. You know, and the fever and the chills and the coughing and no, I'm fine. I'm totally cool. I'm totally different head. Yeah. I can't even watch the stuff that I'm putting on my channel at this point. I have no time. All I can do is find it, put it into a video, and upload it while I'm doing the same with other stuff. And it's like, it's a cycle. And I can barely keep up with that, let alone watch anything. This is like, I try to condense this down to portions of my day. And then I have to do other stuff. Like I'm going to spend the morning here uploading as much as I can for another week. And then I'm going to run and go clean a house and then come back and try to upload some more or try to create some videos for the next, in fact, I just went online last night and got 22 episodes of Tales of the Texas Ranger starring Joel McCrea. So I just gathered up 22 of those episodes, the audio only. So now I have to take that audio, and I found a great photograph of cowboys riding into the sunset, and I black and whited it, and then kind of did a really stark contrast with the black and white, and made a really nice graphic with that, and then created the text, Tales of the Texas Rangers starring Joel McCrea, and put that down in one corner, and then I had to add my little old-time radio Wednesday thing up in the top corner, because down in the bottom corner is where you see my little swirly signature mark, right? My X. So I'm going to have something in each corner on this one, right? And then so up on the top left corner above Tales of the Texas Rangers is where I'll bring in the title and the date of the episode. So that'll be really cool. And I love putting together these new deals. And I'm starting to do Escape over here now because I don't have a whole lot of font styles on this program over here, but I've got like unlimited over here. And each episode of Escape, I try to do a different font, like with X-1. That was fun, coming up with a new, here's the title of the episode in a new font, so that it adds a little character to the story. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to warm up my coffee. I think that's something I really need to do. It gets cold quick. So let me heat this puppy up. At the knees. Not that my knees could take it any more than my back, but that's what you do. My binky. I gotta have my blinky. My little blinky. And my other little blinky is here. See, my other little blinky. I don't know where I got this. I probably got it in a bag of stuff, right? I used to do bags of stuff. I used to do Craigslist, and somebody would put, hey, I got a bunch of crap, somebody come pick it up, and I'd run over there and pick it up. Or I'd like run over and somebody'd say, I got a bag of music stuff here, you know, $20, and I'd just run over and pick it all up. You got anything else? I'd go over there for one thing, and they'd unload a bunch of more of their crap on me, and I'd bring it home. So this is one of those things, a really nice little piece of material that's got the little frilly things on the ends, and it's just something to throw over you to keep you warm. So I keep a bunch of these little things around the house. For me, for the dogs, the little dogs, they like to be like sitting on a chair on a couch somewhere, and to be just covered up. Just cover me up so I can go back to sleep. And they'll stay there all day like that. We can get rid of the dogs really quick. You just put a blanket over them, and they just go to sleep. Hey, where's your dogs? Don't sit there, or you'll find out. Oh, sounds like another dog is escaping. Go lay down. I don't want to get up anymore. They should all be back in bed and just friggin' stay there. But that's not the case. Oh, I can hear movement. I'll be right back. There was absolutely nothing going on. The only thing going on was me looking in going, what's going on? And they're like, what? Are we supposed to get up now? I'm like, no, stay there. Go back to bed. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I didn't look at you. Well, this heater's been on high for a while, and it's still cold in here. We don't have central heating and air in this thing, because this mobile home was built back in the 60s. So we just use little space heaters. Sometimes if I wake up and it's really cold, I will turn on a couple of the stove burners for a few minutes to just cut that chill out of the air and put some heat in here somewhere. You know, but usually one space heater in a room, even on low, will do it. In fact, in a little while, this thing is going to have to probably either be put on low or turned off, because it'll just start baking in here. My wife will come in and go, God, jeez, it's hot in here. What the hell? I'm sweating. Oh, right. I just totally spaced out, you know. I was just feeling it, man. I was just like, whoa, I'm a little cold and I want to be warm. Stop talking like a hippie, you freak. Oh, like, okay. All right. Totally for sure. Gag me with a... What? What? Holy hell. Did he just say... Nope, I did not say it. I thought it, but I did not say it. If you can guess what I was thinking, I'll give you a hug. But that's it. A hug or a nickel. People are like, give me the nickel, give me the nickel, give me the nickel. People are so unhuggable these days. Don't fucking hug me. Don't. Ah, Jesus. I'm gonna have to kill him now. He hugged me. I'm gonna have to put him down. Take him out back and put him down. Why? He was a hugger. He just kept hugging. Yeah, man. That's totally for sure. Okay, well, I guess it'll be a nice trade. I can bring my daughter out here and talk her into helping me with a few things, because I need the help technically and creatively. And since she's off school, she should be able to help me. So there you go. I guess we'll see how bad she wants to go to this thing, right? Because there you go. I mean, if she hooks me up big time, I'll have no choice. I'll stretch my physicality out until I can deal with that. You know, it'll hurt, but what the hell? Oh, man. I have to at least take my cane. My cane will at least elicit some sympathy. Elicit some sympathy. God, elicit some sympathy. That is a hard... Say that 10 times fast. Elicit some sympathy. Elicit some sympathy. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, a cane. That makes sense. And then, depending on what kind of thing is going on, I will maybe be able to get a seat somewhere. Totally. That'd be totally cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeedy, sir. So, first and foremost, I need to do a audio test with these tapes and adjust my settings. So I've got music coming in, and it goes into the stereo, and I can use the volume to adjust it coming out of the speakers. But when it comes out of the output, the direct output from the stereo and into the reel-to-reel, and then back from the output of the reel-to-reel and back to the input of the stereo, and it makes that loop. Okay? It's a direct sound, which means that I control the volume as it's coming in, and I control the volume on the device itself, the reel-to-reel player, as the volume is coming in from the stereo into it. So I have to get that volume adjusted right so that when you play back the reels, it doesn't sound too low or too bright, too hot, too loud, right? And then you can try to turn it down, but it still sounds like it's blasting. So I need to find that. I think it's like 80% or something. But you need to find that perfect setting first, test it, play it back, listen to it, and dial in that volume setting first. So I need to run those tests. Once I do that, then I can get my daughter out here on her Spotify for a couple of days doing an album, and just, let's just work on one reel and do one reel. So that's like 2 or 3 CDs per reel, and check that out. That being said, I am going to go to where I ordered those things the other day, because I will order things and then forget. Let's go there. Let's go here. Let's go here. And there. And see what is going on with this. Do I get a tracking number yet? Some other time. Saturday, December 14th. That's just a few days. Order number. But no tracking, no track package. Okay. It's shipped. It is shipped. Okay, and it's 5 new hard 7-inch reel cases, hard plastic cases, new and sealed, and that is great. And now I have to figure out how to label them. Maybe I can create some a graphic for each one that fits on it. And then maybe I've got one of these around, and I can use it and to create my graphic on the computer size-wise. And then see if I can have stickers printed for each graphic, and then have like 2 or 3 of each made, so that I can make my own set eventually, and then have an extra in case something goes wonky. That would be neat. That would be cool. So the 14th, that's it's just a couple of days away. I don't think it's going to be here then, really, actually. I don't count on it getting here on that day, because I have no information at all about the order yet. So there you go. Man, this is cool already. Yeah. Let's heat it up. You know, next season, I'm going to try to find a Gucci little stand I can put my cup on that keeps it warm. Totally. 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 There you go. What are you going to do? Nothing. That's what. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing you can do. I mean, you know, just it is what it is. And that's all that it is. All right. Let me get into some kind of position that's going to keep me warm here. Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, let's just stay warm. I need to heat up my toes. Maybe I'll just throw this over me here. Around. And hey, that's all right. That is all right. Let me get my fuzzies out there. Hey, all right. I feel like a real hippie now. Your package should arrive by Monday. That's cool. That is very cool, dude. That's pretty good for media mail. Yeah, media mail is really good if you're just shipping regular media. And as long as you're shipping that regular media, you can jam a couple of other things in there with it too that aren't media. So I'm actually thinking of sending shirts via media mail and send 45s records in and ship it that way, a couple of 45s and a couple of t-shirts, and see how much that costs to ship. You know, what's in there? 45 records. What's that? Padding. What the hell? And just use cardboard boxes that are about 7 inches, right? Because I can fold the shirts up to a square about 7 inches, and then just sandwich them together and press them into a small cardboard area. It'd be nice if I had the air vacuum bag seal stuff where I could suck the air out of something and shrink it down. That would be great. Do that. And then a couple of 45s in the box with that. That'd be great, man. That'd be totally cool. Cool. Alright, I'm going to drink this because it's hot. Oh, it's too hot. I can't drink it now. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's too hot. Ooh, that's good. That's good stuff, dear. That's good stuff. So it seems like right toward the end of the show, just about 8 o'clock, extra people will pop on here and start watching. I mentioned yesterday that, hey, maybe you should stop by earlier because we start this at 5 Pacific Standard Time in the AM here. So maybe somebody will show up a little earlier today and hang out, and we can see who's who and what's what. What's what? What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? Yeah. So while I get the bong hit together here, yeah, these little frilly things here start to annoy me. Anybody ever have any like jacket fringes? Fringes were, you know, have always been really, like, back in the day, the 70s and the 80s, fringes were pretty cool. I think I had a jacket with some fringes on it. It was a brown leather jacket, you know, Jeremiah Johnson type thing. And then I had some moccasins, leather moccasins with fringes on them. I think we cut the fringes off or tucked them in and wore them at the Renaissance Fair. Yeah, fringes, the little fuzzy things that hanging off the ends, the little strips. Do I have anything now with fringes? Probably, somewhere. I probably got some fringes somewhere. I'm always on the fringe. Like the fringe? Is that where you keep your food, in the fringe? Yeah, I'll keep it in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator. Knock it off. Cut it out. He's doing that word thing again. He's doing that. Hey, Mart, he's doing that word thing. Leave him alone, Harry. You too, Roy. Roy? When the hell did Roy show up? Ah, but dang darn. You caught me. It's me, it's Roy. I'm back. I'm here. Where the hell are you from, Roy? Where's that southern accent? Where'd you get that southern accent? Barstow? Barstow? Yes, sir, Bob. I'm from Barstow, California. By way of Santa Monica. Yeah. I'm starting to get there. Actually, I'm still in that NyQuil haze thing going on. That purple haze. NyQuil haze, man. That's what it is. So my pain is kind of wishy-washy, right? It's there. And I know it's there. But my head is still kind of going dither. And as long as I keep up with the pain medication, then pain management, hey, I could run from it all day and just stay ahead of it. Just leave it in the next room. Right? If I just leave my pain in that next room over there, and I'll be in here, and every once in a while they can come in and check on me, or I'll go and check on it, but just stay in the next, this ring just won't stay on anymore. It just slips and slides off, and I'm afraid that if I do that, it's just going to come right off. Yeah. I thought I was putting weight on, but apparently I'm not. So I need to keep eating. Keep eating. I'm just trying to pack on the weight because I'm going to be eating soft foods for a couple of weeks. And that's going to be rough. So. Oh, I know. I haven't been drinking those protein shakes. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I haven't been putting on much weight. I've been eating a lot of junk food, though. I don't know if that helps. Like I had some of that lemon coffee cakes yesterday, and my wife says, not cake, it's pan, it's bread, it's... I said, all right. She says, don't eat a whole bunch because you just get big and fat. And I said, hey, that's what I'm trying to do at this point. I'm trying to keep on the weight. I ain't on a freaking diet. I don't need to keep the weight off. I can do that just fine. That's easy. Keeping the weight off is easy. Putting it on, that's hard. It used to be the other way around. And now I just can't keep the weight on. Hey, what are you going to do, huh? Yep. Yeah, it's a great diet. Pain, illness, depression, poverty. Hey, everybody should be so lucky to have a diet like mine. It's a great diet. You lose the pounds. You lose your friggin' mind. Yep. What are you gonna do? Nothing, that's what. It's a veritable cornucopia of cogitation here on the morning show. That's right. Oh, man. See these fucking fringes? I hate them. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. I got a pot stem stuck to one. Alright. You mook. Hey, what are you doing there? Just thinking about, what was I got that's right, I got a message on Facebook that some of my content may have been removed because of new guidelines or new rules or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then they ask, was this helpful? And I'm like, not really. I mean, not if you're not really going to tell me what it is that I may or may not have done. Then you're just kind of throwing a blanket thing at me that says, if you fuck up, and we're not going to tell you why. We're just going to say, hey, you fucked up. And stuff will just get deleted without you even knowing about it, right? So, yeah. I mean, at this point, I kind of rely on Facebook for this whole reunion thing, so I need to be there. But other than that, and the YouTube stuff, I don't really use Facebook much anymore. I use it to get in contact with people, to spread reunion information, and to post when I'm live here. That's it. That's what I use Facebook for. And am I going to use it past the reunion? It just depends on if it's going to be worth the hassle to go into a second year of reunion stuff. I would say probably not. I don't think it's going to be an annual. I really don't. It may not even be a first. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. I got feelings in low places where the depression kicks me in all of my faces and chases my blues. And it's some bad news. See, this is what I got to deal with up here, right? It's just all the time fucking weirdness. It never turns off. Not even when I'm quiet is it off. It's just internalized. And if I'm ever too quiet, if I'm ever too quiet, you better just run. You know? Because if you ain't going to be helpful, you better just run. So, blah, 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 blah. Good, quiet, bad. yeah. I think we are going to go get calendars today. I think it's time to work on transferring all of the notes and stuff onto a calendar for this new year. I got to get my organization on this year. I mean, I stay pretty well organized between like 5 or 6 notebooks, but I need a day-to-day routine, and I need a daily schedule. I need to get things done every week that take us closer and closer to the reunion, things done every week that keep me ahead on my channel. I need to block out days to work on original content for my channel, whether it's uploading original content from old tapes and stuff, or creating a music video from concert footage, or for a friend, or doing one of my little short documentary thingies, you know, something. But the best way to achieve that is to get organized and keep on my schedule what I need to do in conjunction with the work schedule and what my daughter requires of me and what the household requires of me, and try to nail down times when I can get shit done. I think once I do that, I won't flounder so much. Because a lot of times I'll get done here and I'll start my video saving or processing or uploading or something, and then I just kind of float around the house, right? And I need to be working on one thing and get done there and spin around and work on something else and grab another media and get busy. And have days, specific days, to get her done. Time is a ticking, and I have yet to load up any of my original content from back in the 70s and 80s. So I'm going to release those videos different ways. I'm going to put some of the stuff that we have into video time machines episodes. I'll put them in entire videos. I will put them into a discussion video to talk about them, as well as having just the video. So they'll be released in different ways, so that it won't just be, here's the video, check it out. I'll sometimes use those videos to build something more from it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting and challenging. And I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, doing the old family videos, because I really did want to try to get my brother down here at some point to do it with me, right? For us to sit around and, go through each tape and digitize it, record it anew, and then create a video talking about it, right? And then do the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and then do that for like a week, and do a bunch of stuff every day, and get it all done, and then take that content and then take each little bit and edit it into something, and then release it, and then take another little bit. And I've got like 9.5 hours. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot of stuff on a stack of these big old 3/4 inch tapes that are just like monster videotapes. And I'm going to try to give it a shot doing it myself, hoping that these things are going to work, right? So I'll probably pull them out of their cases, pull them into here, put them in the room here, and get them to room temperature before I use them, and try to treat them as gently as possible. And then if I think that I'm harming them by using them, then I'll stop, and then I'll find a place to take them and get them baked and then digitized, and it'll cost me mega bucks, and I'll just have to figure out a way to get it done, because I have to get these things. Not only do I want them digitized, but I want them transferred onto disc. I want them transferred back onto videotape. I want them uploaded, recorded, rebooted, rehashed. I want them brought back to life and brought out of the darkness finally. And share them with the world, right? Because it's some crazy stuff. Some crazy videos my father made back in college and at university. Weird shit. And I got to be in a lot of them. And it still seems like a totally different world, a totally different place, a totally different head. To think back that I'm the same person in those videos, It's one thing to look back and see a photograph of yourself when you were young and think, I'm the same person in that photograph. But to see actual video and to hear yourself and see yourself, that's freaky. Especially when you're not doing you, you're doing something else. You're doing a character. You're acting, right? That's even fucking weirder. So that'll be really, really fun. Yeah. So I need to set up an actual workstation with the machine, take the machine out, blow it out, clean it all out, bring it in, clean the heads, get everything ready, and then do some test tapes and cross my fingers and hope I can make these things come back to life. Yeah. Wow. So calendar. I really need to get a calendar set up so I can get myself on a schedule. I need to have get a routine together so that when I go into this next year, and people are always saying, New Year's resolution and all this, but I usually take it to heart. I usually do. When I make some kind of decision that I'm going to follow through with something, I usually like to make a clean start. Also, I'll do it at the beginning of the week, first thing in the morning, first of the month, first of the year, that kind of thing. And then you can, I started this on Monday and it's Friday and I'm rocking, get yourself on a schedule. So I've been on a really good schedule all year long, waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning here every day, 5 days a week. And that's second nature now. So now I need to have here's my Mondays, here's my Tuesdays, here's my Wednesdays, and get everything nailed down to a specific day so that I just get into a routine, and every morning after my show, I fall right into that routine. Every show has its own day, its own theme, its own routine, its own schedule. Spend time after each show working on next week's show for that day. And just, okay, here's what I'm going to do next week. Here's my research information. Here are my videos. Here are my photographs. Here are my graphics. Now, here's that package for that date. Here's today's package that I'm done with. I'm going to retire that package into a file and put it on an external hard drive and stash it away. Right? Eventually, I'll take these files and I'll zip them up and put them in smaller packages and stuff them away somewhere. Or burn a lot of these videos and things onto disk and thumb drive, and of course they're going to be uploaded. So, but I like to save everything. I'm a pack rat when it comes to what I do on the computer. I save a lot of crap. At some point, somebody's going to go through all of this crap when I'm gone and see all of these things that I've done and think, my God, this guy's a kook. Which will be a perfectly sane reaction to finding all of the things that I do. Because, I mean, look at my channel. Look at all of the crap that I do on my channel. And everything that I do is really pointless. I mean, it really is. All of these videos that I upload, all of these education films, you can find these everywhere. They're not they're totally common to the YouTube situation. All of the old time radio shows, you can find all of these and more. I've got almost 1,000 videos. Like 600 or something are education films and old time radio shows and stuff. And there are channels with 20 times that, 30 times that kind of material. People with 6,000, 8,000 videos on their channel, and it's all this crap. And I don't know what they're doing it for, what their purpose is. I mean, I know why I'm doing it, because I'm trying to share my likes in life, the things that I grew up with, the things that made me me, basically. And putting things on here to discuss, so that when I get to that next stage of this channel, we've got a lot of shit to talk about, right? I've always got a lot of shit to talk about, but now I want to take it to, okay, let's involve people for a specific reason, right? What the hell's he going on about? Hey, Marge, he's freaking out again. Leave him alone, Harry. Thanks, Arnie. Harry, no. Don't do it. Harry. I love to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger in those old movies say, Harry, no. Don't do it, Harry. Or like when Jackie Chan says, Uncle, help me, Uncle. They're after me. He always had an uncle in the Jackie Chan movies. Jackie's always got an uncle, and he's always that little Chinese dude with the glasses. Looked like a little, well, sometimes had glasses. He looked like a little Chinese Mr. Magoo. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Oh my God. So like it's Old Time Radio Wednesday, but I want to talk about a movie that just popped into my head. It is a Rob Schneider and Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, and the movie is called The Knockoff. It's called Knockoff, and it's about what do you call it? Bootleg items. What do you call those? Knockoffs, right? Fake Nikes, fake Jordache, fake Levi's, fake this, fake that. Just all kinds of fake clothes and fake items made in these big factories, and they're sold all over the world with these, fake labels on them. And it's a hilarious movie with Rob Schneider and Jean-Claude Van Damme. One of those buddy comedy movies from the, I want to say, 80s. Maybe 90s. But it's really good, really funny. Stupid. Do you hear that helicopter? Totally. Anyways. Yeah. I remember seeing that one. I don't know, 20 years ago. So I don't remember when it came out. I'm not going to look for it. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to go there. But if you get a chance, watch the movie Knockoff. It's really good. Funny, stupid. And I don't remember where it's made. Hong Kong. Maybe. I don't know. It's funny as hell, though. Funny as hell. It's one of those movies made by a foreign company in that country, and they bring a couple of actors together and make it by, and it's semi-low budget, but it's just a great movie. It's not a Hollywood movie. Not one of those Hollywood buddy movies, no. It's not that. It ain't that. It ain't that. Well, let's see. It's 6:30. That means we're halfway through this morning's show. And, gosh. Once again, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Because I was born to be alive. No, really. Some people weren't. Unfortunately, some people didn't make it. But some people were actually born to be alive. And then you live. And then you die. You're born, you live, you die. That's it. And then you go back to that pre-place, that pre-life, right? So pre-life, then life, and then post-life, whatever that is. I don't understand any of it either. There are a lot of religions to claim to know the answer to that. I'm not going to argue the point anymore. You believe what you want to believe, because we're all human. So we have that right to believe what the hell we want to believe. I don't know what the hell to believe. So I'm okay saying that. I'm okay saying that I don't know. Some people have to know, so therefore they have to have some kind of religion. Well, I'm not Catholic anymore. I'm Protestant now because this one's more suited mine. It's like, okay, fine. If you go from one to the other, like a salad bar, like that character said in Big Trouble in Little China. You just go to the salad bar and you just kind of, you take what you want, You find something that suits you, And I'm okay just standing back going, I don't know what I want. Most people can't not know, not understand. So therefore they find a way to find something they can understand, right? I guess, basically. So most people think they got it figured out. I think the more people who have it figured out are really not there. They think they know what's going on, but they're just winging it like me. They're just too afraid to say so. So they have to claim that they know what's going on, or they have to claim that they're doing this to find out what's going on. But I don't think we can ever really figure it all out, you know. And I'm okay saying that, you know. Things are different for everybody, and that's okay. And it's okay to be different, and it's okay to not know, and it's okay to think you know, and it's okay to have religion, and it's okay to not have religion, right? I'm not going to argue about it, you know. Humans are humans, you know, for millennia and longer, and for like, I'm going to have to say, you know, I don't know, going back, you know, to the beginning of the origins of human existence. Religion has always been there, right? So who am I to say it's not right? You know, it is what it is. Humans are what they are. So I don't know. I'm okay with that. You know, I don't think anyone who has ever claimed to really know actually knows or actually knew, you know. We can only claim to. We can only believe that we know, right? We can only have faith in our understanding of what's going on. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I've read books, the Bible, other religious text, and what do I get? I don't know. Sure, maybe. That's a possibility. That's what I get when I read something, you know, or investigate some avenue of understanding. Is my overall feelings are, it's possible. That's why I can never sit in a church and think, this is me, you know, because I have no idea at all if this is my reality or just a reality, right? I don't know. And I'm okay with that, you know. There's a lot out there. I don't think we'll ever understand what the hell's going on. And it really shouldn't bother anyone to not know and to not have that little something to hold on to, you know, your piece of understanding. You know, because isn't that what it really boils down to, a piece of understanding? Something that you can believe in. I believe in a lot. But I don't believe in something that has me asking too many questions, right? I can't believe in a question because I have no belief about that, right? So what do? You know, I wasn't raised in a religious family. I just wasn't, you know, and it was actually up to me to read the Bible and to read other books, religious books, Taoism, and I think I had a copy of the Quran at one point, and some other things. You know, back in the day was when I was trying to discover what the heck was going on. But it's okay to not know, and it's okay to not seek out some kind of higher understanding and just focus on life, living, loving, being happy, doing your best to to, you know, not cause unhappiness in others. Try to do the opposite. Lead you know, just to try to lead a good, positive life, you know. And I think you can do that without religion and without that understanding. And I think you can find the answer without all of these external what do you call it? You know, I don't know. All of these, you know, religions coming at you saying, I'm the one, no, I'm the one, no, I'm the one, no, I'm the one. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you don't need one or any of them, or maybe you need all of them, or maybe you just need to sit back and let the little pieces of each one drift into the way, you know, the way you need them. I don't know. I hear things and know things about religion that are a part of me, but they don't require me to be a Christian or a Catholic or a Buddhist or a whatever. So, do I really require it, right? Can I live a good life just on common knowledge and common courtesy? Sure. Is it going to hurt my soul to not have a religion? I don't think so. I mean, if we have a soul, I don't think that that's what matters. You know, if there's a God, I don't think that he or it requires that I believe, only that I do good with what I got, right? So, yeah, I mean, I've always felt that way. As long as you're following a good path and you're doing good and you're staying positive and keep focused on goodness, then, you know, doesn't that ultimately make the difference? Isn't that what really matters? So going back, I think ultimately that religion is a requirement that society has upon you. You know, you have to have a religion, you have to believe in something, you got to do this. And you see that so much because there's so much of it out there. There's so many of those salad bar choices, you know, that people will hop from one to the other. People will get confused, you know, and just stay with one. People will be so closed-minded and focused and tunnel vision on one particular religion or one aspect of their religion that they see nothing else, and everybody else be damned. Yeah, a lot of religions are so unaccepting of everything else, and I don't see that as positive. I don't see that as good. That can't be good. That can't be right. I don't believe that if there is some kind of omnipotent being ever present, that they require us to hate each other because we believe differently, right? I don't think, I don't really think that's an actual thing. So, I think if there is something higher going on, then I think everybody being on the same positive level, I think is what we're required, and I think nothing more. It should be nothing more than that. that everything that we do is in a positive light, positive manner, for good and not bad, right? Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That was my alarm. I'm going to wake my wife up here. So, yeah, in closing, good is good and bad is bad. However you believe, that is the best thing to believe in. And I don't think that we're required to believe in any more than that at this point. And anything else is just hope. I hope I get it right. I hope I'm believing in the right stuff, you know. So I just believe in being good and positive, and that's it. All right, I'm gonna go wake up the missus. I'll be back in a flash. Don't go nowhere. Whew. Oh, dogs are awake too. She was already awake, my wife, and the dogs are up, running around, acting crazy. So the mic will be off and on this morning for a few minutes whilst the missus is getting ready. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean? 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 A jelly bean. Okay, I need food. I think I require food this morning more than anything else. Oh, that is horrible. It's cold. I'm going to put some heat under this. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Alright, I'm back for a minute. I'm back here for a minute. While the missus is still not out here. I just put the dogs outside. It's like, get the hell out of here. You're gonna keep running around, fucking around. Just get out of here. Just go on. For the love of Pete. Pete. I had a dog named Pete. We had his brother Charlie forever, for 17 years. But Pete, he wandered off of the property. Yeah, that's back when I should have known better with dogs, but I just didn't. And we lived on 10 acres out in the country, and it was like, yeah, just let him out. Not good. Now, I would never let a dog wander around unattended at all, ever. Either in a yard, safe, or in the house, but not out in the world roaming wild. Whether you live out in the country with nobody around or not, it's just not safe. We've lost our animals to coyotes and other predators, and to stupid people with guns and poison, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth the risk. So just let the dog out and let him run around. Nope, no siree. I don't do that. That ain't my bag, baby. No way, no how. And so when I see people out here, you know, calling their dog every day for like minutes trying to find their dog, I just think, oh man, one of these days the dog's just not going to come back, right? And that sucks. Or at least there's a high probability that someday the dog just won't come back. And I've had that happen, and it hurts, man. It fucking hurts. So I will politely let people know, hey man, keep your dog on a leash, because you never know. You know, you may not be worried about your dog, that the dog is going to get into trouble, but you have to assume that trouble is going to come for your dog, man. You know, it's hard enough being a person. Imagine being a dog in a person's world. Unsafe. It's not good. Arr. I hear them outside now. Rah, rah. Sam obviously hears something or sees something that is disturbing him. And that's okay. He's allowed to bark. That's his job. Right? Is the helicopter again? Going the other way. Oi. Oi! For the love of criminy. Total helicopter situation. Yeah, it was going the other way. Probably doing a medevac thing over to the hospital. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Let me check on the dogs. All right, I'm back. Mom's awake. She's making breakfast before she leaves. And I got more coffee so I can get all junked out on coffee for the day. Spin my wheels. Spin my wheels just doing nothing, right? Now I got a bunch of little crap I gotta do today, and I gotta go do a house and all that other stuff, and you know. But for now, coffee and Bong Hits. Ooh, this is hot. Ooh, sweet and hot. I just went to call the dogs in. Bessie looks up at me. Sam looks up at me. Does he want to come in? And they just turn around and walk away. I'm like, okay. She's all wagging her tail. They're all having playtime. Yeah, that's it. Sure. Oh my God. Totally. Yeah. I was just had a thought that maybe I can shoot down to Palm Springs and find a store down there to get my little stool cane so that I can have a place to sit down during these long lines and long events and places where there's no place to sit, right? And even if I don't want to sit, I can lean up against it. And then maybe my daughter wants to sit, and I can lean up against it while she's sitting in it, see? So it can, it can really help those long all-day event thingies. So look into that. And then I should probably try to find some new gel insoles for my shoes. And that might make me feel a little more comfortable being on my feet all day. Ooh. And then I should probably try to drink something with a lot of electrolytes in it so I don't get the, what do you call that? Lactosis, or what you get, where you use up your muscles and it gives you cramps. Right? Because when I do a lot of walking, like all day long, I'm up on my feet doing stuff. I try to sleep, and my legs just turn to rock. They just cramp up because I'm just not used to it. But if I drink, the best thing to drink is like lemonade with honey and salt in it, and the lemon and the salt are really gonna keep that from happening. So I'll do something like that. And then a lot of milk before you go to sleep, right? Old guy. I'm an old guy. I should have milk toast instead. Yeah, they call him milk toast. Hey, Milky. Hey, Milky. What are you gonna do, eh? I'm gonna gum on some milk toast. All right. You'll hop sing. Make me a ham steak and some fried taters. Oh, yeah, baby. Boy, that just painted a picture. Big old ham steak with a big old mess of fried taters. Oh, baby. Oh, big old ham steak. My imagination is going to get me in trouble. Totally. Oh my God. Stop talking about food. I don't know what the hell I'm going to eat when I get done here. I guess it should be something substantial. I finished off all of the freezer pizza. So that's out. What did we do yesterday? Eggs, bacon, and toast. So that's out. I hate to repeat myself. Sorry, I'm repeating.
I don't know. Toad in a hole? That sounds fun. Little toad in a hole. Yeah. Yeah. Woo, woo. See, now the best way to do it, of course, is to take the, you take the toad, right, the yolk, and separate it from the white. Take the white, mix it into an egg white French toast mix, right, with the vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon. And then you make your whole bread with the hole in it, and make it into French toast, and then as soon as you put it in the pan, you drop that yolk into the center and cook it like that. And so then you get your French toast, toad in the hole, so the egg white covers the whole bread. So I might do something like that. A little made my wife laugh. Yeah, a little toad in the hole there. Because we've got some pretty big, wide Italian sliced bread that should work pretty good for that. I wish it was thicker, but it'll do. It'll do. What? Just make French toast? Or make an egg sandwich? That's so boring. You know, I want to do something different. You know, I gotta live. I gotta love my life. You know, I get to have positive experiences. I'm tired of the same old crap. Toad in the hole is different. We got to get some different fruit for waffles and do waffles and fruit again, because that's fun. But plain waffles, unless we put like whipped cream and stuff on them, or flavored syrup like blueberry syrup, raspberry syrup, boysenberry syrup. That's good on waffles with a lot of butter. Butter. Like butter, baby. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. All right, I'm going in. Cover me. Bingo, baby. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's enough of that. There's a moment of silence provided by Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper. Drink Dr. Pepper. I'm a pepper. You're a pepper. He's a pepper. She's a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? Be a pepper. Drink Dr. Pepper. Totally. And Coke adds life. Everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola. My God. What's wrong with him? He's in commercial land. Get out of commercial land, please. Okay. I almost did the Oscar Mayer song, so there you go. I was close. Harry, no, don't do the Oscar Mayer. Harry, no. Uncle. Where you at, Uncle? Come here, Uncle. Totally. I'm a Huygen. See, it's the third hour jitters from all the coffee and too much sleep. Too much sleep. I got up at 4 in the morning with too much sleep. Actually, I got up at 20 to 4 and went, crap, it's too early. And then I just kind of floundered there for a while and went through the snoozes. The snoozes. Yeah, once again, if you missed it, go back and listen to in the old time radio playlist. I don't know if it's been uploaded yet, but Dimension X, the episode is The Martian Death March, and it really is like the you just see so many similarities to Native American life. Yeah, crazy. It's a great story. It's great. It's good. It's good. It's good. So check it out. I played it the first half hour this morning. Played that show and listened to it while I was gearing up to be here at 5. Which is what I do just about every morning, 5 days a week. I don't know how it's going to be to go on hiatus when I finally do. I've had breaks before where I've been off for a week or 2 weeks. And it's kind of weird. I mean, it's weird being away for a day when I know I'm supposed to be here during the week. I like the weekends because the weekends I've got stuff going on and I can have the 2 days off to do things. But whew, 2 whole weeks off, at least, maybe more. That could be challenging, to say the least. Challenging on my psyche. Because this is the time where I just can come here and just kind of unload, and just kind of do all of the crap that I need to unload out of my head. Think about all of the ideas I need to throw up on the drawing board and spitball and kind of wash around in my head for a little while. And I could do that shit here. And kind of keep a record of what's going on, kind of keep a record. Sounds like we got dogs coming in. They don't want to come in yet? Yeah, they're weird. They're a bunch of weirdos. Go figure, right? Me have weird dogs? No, that's crazy. How could you say that? I couldn't possibly have weird dogs. No way. No way. Oh my God. Gag me with a pitchfork. No friggin' way. Yeah. Totally way. Jeez. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Uh-oh. 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 Oh. 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 Wise guy, huh?
Yeah, now I will do my Elvis impersonation. Well, since my baby she left me, I've found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of the lonely streets called the Heartbreak fucking Hotel. Adios, muchachos.
Ah, jeez. Uh, 3 hours? Yeah. No. 4 hours. Three. I don't know. I've been awake forever.
It's crazy.
"18 days straight. 30 days in the hole." Yeah, that's it. Oh. Wow. Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to get a nap today.
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
What are you going to do? Nothing. Because if, we don't want to go there. So just don't do it. Oh my God. Just do the bong hit and shut up.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Bong hit done, sir.
There's that. Yeah. Well. What are we going to do with the last half hour of this show? I need to try to remember to dig up some paintings and drawings to show you on Thursday. And Friday's going to be easy enough because we're just going to put on some YouTube and watch some of our old morning shows. We watched the first 3 episodes last Friday, and I didn't say a damn word. I just walked around and muttered to myself and drank coffee and got high and read books and listened to music. That was the first 3 episodes. So we're going to check out episode 4 and see what happens there. I remember that when I'd started this season, I wanted it to be like a slow burn, and I can see that it was. Slow to get rolling, like no momentum. They call him No Mentum. I just thought that up. Isn't that great? The guy's a freaking genius. Who writes this stuff? Freaking tardiloid. Oh my God, stop saying that. No, really. Definitely good dog, Rita. Good dog, Rita. Definitely good dog. Good dog, Rita. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Oh, last night I was flipping through the live stuff. You can't say flipping through the channels anymore because it ain't that animal anymore. It's a whole different thing. So I'm flipping through the live shit, streaming whatever, and I come across Over the Edge on the tuber, on the what was that, Prime. So I put it on for a few minutes and watched it, and man, it's a 5-star cheeser. It's a 5-wedger. There's just one character in there that when you focus on that one actor, that one character, it's just ridiculous at how poor an actor this guy was. I mean, everybody else is probably dumbing down their stuff just to make it legitimate. It's just, some of it's really, really horrible, which of course to me makes it just all that more better to watch. I'm sure that looking back at some of it, the people who were in it are like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Holy hell. Did I do that? Yeah, you did that. You fucked that up good. Oh, I know. I've fucked up some shit too. Really? No, really. Oh my gosh. This year's almost over. Quarter of a century is upon us here shortly. Quarter of a century into the millennium. When I was young, 2025 sounded so science fiction. It did. It sounded like spaceships and moonwalks and, taking a bus to the moon. I got a zap gun. I got my own hovercraft. I can teleport from here to there. I mean, it was totally the future. It was totally sci-fi. What the hell happened? Please, somebody tell me what the hell happened. There are a few things that seem sci-fi. Of course, if you go to a place like Dubai, it would probably seem like the futuristic world that we imagined, or at least some of it, right? Who is that? Ridley Scott, right? So I'm sure if you go to Dubai, you're going to see a lot of drones in the sky buzzing around delivering stuff, and you're going to see a lot of high-tech gadgetry and robots and futuristic shit going on, right? Not here so much, because most Americans are easily sold on stupid bullshit to keep them occupied doing nothing except, ignoring the reality of what the fuck's going on around them. Oh, jeez. That's depressing.
Hell no! Stop it! Stop talking about that. I'll never make it to the presidency.
You got that right. That's a horrible job you don't want. Some poor schmuck every couple of years has got to take over that job so they get to scrounge up all of the losers. All of the idiots.
Totally.
All right, cheers. I'm going to heat this up. Go talk with the missus back in a flash. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't want to swear by it, but I think I'm back. For the rest of the show, here we go. For the last 19 minutes. Yeah, and then I think I'm food bound. And I think before I get food bound, I will start my uploads and my saves for the day. Sam, lay down. Oh, he's so annoying. Psst. So annoying. Yeah, so I'm going to get into doing that, and in between that, I'll be working on stuff around the house. Sam. Dogs, they're making me crazy. They're just making me nuts. Let me go see if they want to go out, and I'll just get rid of them. All right, fuck it. I just put them back outside. Fuck it. I don't need to deal with them. I'm over it. Some days I just have no patience for animal instinct. You know? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Ah! Yep. Oh yeah. I don't know how I manage to keep my cool every day, as fucked up as I am inside my head. I mean, sometimes I flash back to any period in my life being bullied by somebody, strangers, authority figures, family, friends, just getting bullied, just getting the bully act. And oh man, I feel like that lost little kid again. Yeah. In some ways, I'm still that kid in the 7th grade who just decided to stop going to school and would just wander the streets during the day. Yep. I'm still wandering. And it's not a physical thing either. It's more of an internal thing. I mean, we've pretty much taken up roots out here. And I'm still wandering. And wondering. Yep. Am I still here? Barely. I am barely here. coffee's hot, and I brought back a little piece of this lemon cake, bundt cake that my wife made last night. Please make it for me, please. I could have made it last night and then probably eaten some today. But if I'd have gone in there and cooked, more than likely I wouldn't have wanted to eat any. It's got a lot of butter in it. It's a lot of butter. Butter, baby. And lemony. It's very lemony. Terrific. This is terrific. Delicioso. Hot. Ooh. That's a good combination there. Sweet and crispy and sweet and hot. This is crispy and creamy. It's like a Krispy Kreme donut almost. It's got a lot of creamy, chewy inside and crispy, sugary outside. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wish I could fit a Lazy Boy recliner into my area here, because I think that would be the topper. If I had room for my Lazy Boy recliner in this living room here. Mainly so that I could just sit and relax among all of my stuff here. Take a long nap, watch some TV, listen to some music on the headphones. You know, that kind of stuff. I do got a couch, but I don't know. Something about a Lazy Boy. Something about a recliner. Oh man, this is really good. This ought to keep me fueled for about an hour at least. And then that'll be time enough for me to get the ball rolling in here. Get some stuff on the computer going on. Write a list of things that I need to print out. I need to print out some more weekly program guide schedules for me to write stuff in on. And a few other things. I need to print out a monthly calendar with some big spaces for weekdays. It should just be a weekday calendar for programming only. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to go with the programming guide And you just use the calendar for special stuff, you know. Keep it simple. Put a wall calendar up and put my daily schedule on there. What I need to do that day. And then I guess I should keep a daily schedule so that each day I know exactly what I'm doing for that particular show, that particular themed show. It's going to take some shoehorning to get that into my brain, that schedule of finishing a show and then creating the following week's episode. And then setting it aside and coming back to it. And being able to dress my set a little bit per episode. Use some props. Some video. Photos. Information. Yeah. Oh, this is too good. Too good. Uh-oh. Won't stay on my fork. That's good. Wow. That is almost too good. So lemony. Coffee is so hot and sweet. Well, I think it's going to be try to get the place warmed up, put on a good holiday movie, and see what I got going on. You know? Man. Crumbs. I'm a crummy guy. Yeah. I guess I'll vacuum. Get everything cleaned up in here, and then at some point when my daughter's awake, go ahead and vacuum. I try to keep the noise down to a minimum when she's sleeping, because she has paid the price. She has earned her sleep. So, just like her quality time, she's earned that Natalie time, you know. And if she wants me to go out and take her somewhere, you know, she's earned that. Hell yeah. And I feel privileged to be able to take her, first of all. And I feel so gifted with the opportunity to spend time with her, because she always puts her school stuff first, even before her friend stuff. Concert stuff, she works her school stuff around her concert stuff and knocks it out of the park. So she earns the right to sleep in and do whatever the hell she wants, right? Who am I to stand in her way and say, no, you got to do it my way, when her way works perfectly well for her, right? I'll be right back. I'm going to dump this off in the kitchen. Yeah. Well, I think I'm a couple of bong hits here away from taking off. You know what? What's usually weird is that right as I'm getting ready to sign off in the mornings, my viewer count goes up to like 4 or something, right? Which is unusual, because usually it's just my viewer count is me, and usually Joey, and or somebody else who's hidden. But usually I don't get a lot of viewers until, pardon me, right at the end of my show. So I'm going to wait a few extra minutes and see what happens, and see if I can get somebody to comment. Somebody new, somebody different, somebody who's been watching or is going to start watching. And then just see what the hell happens. I had that little snack there to fortify me. Did he say 45? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, we'll see if that takes care of me for a little while. I think the first thing I'm going to do is start saving, start uploading, get some work going on here, so that I can start working toward getting this place cleaned up, cleaned out, getting ready for the holiday. I've got to put together a video time machine. I gathered up some more elements last night. I'm hoping that I'm getting enough put together. I'm trying to save all of my Christmas-themed elements for Christmas. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, but it looks like it's about time to go, and there's nothing much going on, and I gotta hit the road because there's a lot going on here at home. So I am going to cue up my end credits here like I normally do every morning, and bid you a fond farewell, right? Yeah, it's almost holiday time, and you know what? I actually get to be here for a full year. I'll have to check my records to see what a full year actually is. But it is time to go. This has been Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy in the morning show. You know what to do, people. Be kind to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too. Really. It's really a nice thing to do. I try to do it as often as I can. And you know, most especially, stay weird, people. Because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to do it for you, man. You got to give it all you got. Be weird. All right, Joey, Jake the Snake. And I'm not going to mispronounce your name out there in Florida. So I'll have to actually hear it to understand it. But y'all take care. Go out and do something. Have fun. All right, people. Love you. Adios. I'll see you in the mañana. Later. Love you. Adios.